You got
all ready for
this
this?
light. Yeah, this light.
It's all around me.
You're very backlit.
Yeah, it's weird. Hey, everybody, we're back. I'm in a new location.
Again.
Yeah, I've done the last 4 of these have been in different locations. Oh, this is moving.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Charlie, you're too far away. Aw. Well, thanks, bro.
Well, you guys do that. So, last time around, you guys continue to work on your current project, which is to survive within the hell. You're in the abyss. You're in the 67th level of the abyss. I can hear myself twice, so it's weird.
Okay.
Hang on, let me try something.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. So, 67th level of the
You can't
abyss.
mute me.
Huh?
Can you mute me?
If I mute you, they can't hear me.
That's not true. Because I'm controlling you.
If he's the host of the call, though, thing.
Hang on.
Can we put up like a technical difficulties card here?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Fair. Yeah. Darn.
It's almost as if we're both on the same anyways.
Shit.
Anyway. So. Trying to destabilize and close a portal underneath Jerusalem that is leading to this level of the abyss. You guys survived some trials and have now been granted the titles of Champions of the Arena. Apex Legends sponsorship here.
And all of the non-existent benefits that seem to come with it.
Yeah. The benefits are you aren't dead. You have a nicer room. And have been kind of left to your own devices. Last episode, we kind of showed what some people were doing. We have 2 more to go through, plus 1 more extra that we'll get to in a second. So, 6 days after your last fight, everyone decides to head out into the Bazaar and see a little bit more, learn a little bit more. And as you guys are preparing for that, you're waiting for your handler to come down and take you out. Orlman walks out of a room, very scruffy, unshaven, unkempt. And you all realize he hasn't slept in a couple days. He's been reading.
Wait a minute. Like,
that he bought.
clarification that I'm curious about, because I've never even considered it. An unkempt Marleman, what's his beard stitch normally like?
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good question.
I realize I don't actually know.
Boom down.
May I make a
Boom, got shot.
The boom got shakalaka.
It doesn't take super long to make like a character creation in Hero Forge.
Oh, I thought you had a mic-based suggestion.
No, not a useful suggestion.
It doesn't take long to
God.
place the boom mic so it doesn't
No,
fall over.
I'm just saying for future reference, if we want to know what people look like.
Yeah, I did that with some of the villains. Remember?
Yeah, but for us, we all know what each other looks like.
I'll send you all that link.
I don't remember.
Where did it go?
I don't know, Gary.
Jesus.
What have you lost?
Okay, so
Comedy
Try to-
bears.
show this as best I can. The boom mic was on a hinge. The hinge's screw has gone flying.
Mm.
The bolt for it is now missing.
Yes, the bolt is gone. It could have
Time
gotten
for
far.
D&D.
No.
Unhinged.
Or it also could be in like bags.
I just want to know we're 4 minutes in. We have gone through 1 sentence of gameplay.
Whatever. We figured out about Marleman's beard.
Oh yeah. What the
Still
fuck?
don't know about the beard.
Yeah, that's
True.
backstory.
We're
We
still
got
on the hook for that.
about that.
You talk about what you read. I'll find the bolt.
Also, what do you look like?
Also, what is your beard normally?
What's your beard?
All right, so
This
this is where I tell
You look like you're accepting an award.
It's like this whole thing, only on his face.
Oh, I see you, Gary. Where? I got it.
It's hilarious.
Oh,
Hang on.
God.
it ended up behind me. I
Good.
don't know why. Why are we doing
Having
this?
the microphone follow.
Why are we walking like
I need it not to.
Giving you a mic.
Again, technical difficulties.
It's not even
this
extra
point,
life
there's
yet. We're getting the
nothing
fun technical
technical.
difficulties we usually deal with.
This is like fucking the beginning of it.
That's our technical
Yeah.
difficulty music.
No.
Yes.
Speaking of which, come check out our extra live stream in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The boom will work the entire time.
We won't have a boom.
I'm just not going to boom it over towards you.
We
It's a
we
very
set
heavy
Gary up.
microphone to be
You tried to
boomed.
boom it back towards yourself. You could have just left it where it was. And you had to be fancy.
Sorry, this place is also a hot mess. Okay, so Marleman has been reading a book.
Your beard.
Oh, my beard, right.
Give the people what they want,
I
man.
think it's probably like just a little scruff, like usually, but like just like maybe like 5 o'clock shadow most of the time, if not clean. But like now you're seeing like this plus like a lot more, like an actual beard, like somewhere between this and Jason.
Is it like a wild magic thing where it's just like if your beard just grows at like a rapid rate or something?
I will make that canon if you want.
No, I think I just keep myself clean when it comes to that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, do you have to shave like more often? Otherwise, like, or sometimes, or it's just like shit.
I don't know the answer to that question other than I shave normally.
All right.
Roughly as much as a human being does.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do this anyways. I rotated it. That was fine. It was not. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess now I have like an actual beard. It's a little more. It's a little like scraggy. It's unkempt. It's not like clean.
Bedraggled, you might
It's
say.
bedraggled. Yeah. Like it's There's not like food hanging in it. Like it's just a lot more. It's a little shocking, I think. Yeah. So I've been gone for a while. Can somebody get me a glass of water? Somebody have any coffee or something? Hey, so wait, who went with me when we went shopping?
Is this everyone?
Aramil went with me.
Yes.
Yo, hey, you remember that book that I bought?
Yes.
It's so.
What is it?
I read the. Did I read the whole thing? I read the whole.
thing.
I read the whole book.
How was
Bro,
And for the record, it's a big book.
it looks it.
It's a big, dusty, ancient book
How did it
that
end?
is about the last mortals. What did you describe this as exactly? It was
The last girl who claimed to spend time with the primates.
last mortal who spent time with the primals. Excuse me.
Is this another one of those romance novels?
No,
Yes.
this is like Marleman just pulled out a fucking history book, which is also a biography in a weird way. Like,
Cool.
anyways, it talks about. This is now I have to remember what we talked about earlier. Shit. So
I wrote him a book.
he legitimately wrote me like a 3-page long thing, and I'm gonna move it over here because it feels weird for me to be looking at it like that. And it describes basically just a normal human who is hanging out with the 4 primals. I'm sorry,
4.
I keep wanting to say primordial, and I apologize for that. There's these 4 primals, and I could go down with their names and everything, but basically one of them is Mac, I'm believing. And he talks a lot about a couple of things that are kind of shocking to me, and one of which is he makes this claim that, well, basically the author asks Mac, like, hey, who is it? I don't know if that's even true, but he asks one of them and says, why are you guys gods? Like, who selects the gods? And his response was such that we're just merely people who use the energy. We can only wield the energy. And the quote on it at the end of that paragraph there is, so who chooses that energy but us? And like, to me, it just sounds like there are people who did it, but I don't know. I'd like somebody else to read that. But the other thing is that he talks about hunters, these hunters that are following the 4 of them. And these 4 hunters are basically just trying to kill them, it seems like. And there are 4 leaders. The paragraph states, for a brief moment behind the horde, I saw the 4 leaders, the hunters of legend, draped in glistening armor adorned with symbols. 1 tree, 1 stone, 1 tower, and 1 diamond. They watched with blank expression before turning and retreating into the night. So those symbols mean a lot to me, and they seem like they might relate to the riddle.
Mhm.
Sure.
There's also one of them has a child
Which one?
named Celestia Ventas.
Just send me this info later.
Shit. Ventus is in this.
Does he look like Roxas?
Their child was called Celestian.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, no, I'm noting it. Am I here or is everyone here?
Yeah, I'm explaining this to
Yeah,
everyone
go
in the
here.
room because I need somebody else to.
Okay, I'm kind of like
Be with
speed
me.
writing and like trying to like write it down, and then I hear that and I go, wait, what?
Yeah, I was about to say. I assume that would give you pause.
Yeah, but-
Celestian, Celestian.
I have mentioned that is my deity before to this group, I think,
I would
right?
assume so.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
That's
something.
right.
That is something. That is something that
Yeah.
Marlon. I asked Gary. I was like, "Am I missing something really obvious here?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I don't think Marlon would know either."
Nice.
It's like, well, yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah.
well,
Hey, you know what? Gary? You got me this time.
I have his holy symbol, so if you know anything about deities, then maybe you might have recognized it. I know Nyx was with me when we went off on the talking to the Acolytes adventure, but
It's really funny because I have a very high stat in religion, I believe, but I have no clue what you're talking about. No,
Okay. So okay. Whose child was Celestian?
I'm going to read to you a set of paragraphs that are kind of combined together in like an approximation of sentences. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Where should I start? Oh no.
Why don't you start with their names?
Where is that?
Rule.
The very beginning. Should I just read this whole thing?
The
No.
4 primals.
It's multiple pages wrong.
It's several pages long. Dural. So here's the graph where they describe he describes rather they themselves and thou describes the actual people, the primals. It says Dural greeted me first, warm but guarded. They seemed to hold themselves back from something I could not see. Next was Manen. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to ask you because I don't know.
Yeah, it's Manen.
Manen, who spoke with a fondness and wilderness that took me aback. They drifted between questions and answers seemingly without pause, with rarely a second for thought. The gentle Ventas, then rose, speaking, I don't know, speaking plainly and simply. They would grow to become my guide as I journeyed with the foursome, willing to direct a lost mortal. Finally, and somewhat reluctantly, Telra took my outstretched hand. Their rough skin matched their rough tone, voicing their displeasure at allowing a mortal to walk with them. Though I would not say their disposition ever changed, their frank indifference wore away into begrudging trust over my stay. At least, I'd like to think so. So, those are the 4. You got Dural, Manen, Ventas. How do you want to... You got to tell me. Ventus? Ventus.
Did they specify what element they are all with?
Kind of.
Like, I'm basing some of it on the descriptions, but do they actually specifically say which element is which person?
Yeah, they do. Sorry, it's giving me a moment to find it, though.
That's okay.
Here, they say, is this the phrase I'm looking for, Gary? Here? It says, young mortal, you're of the sea, yes? I replied in the affirmative. As all humans are born from the cresting waves. 1, I think that is basically a quote from my character sheet. 2, Manen pointed to the stony Telra, followed by Ventus, then Dural. We choose the forms, the guidance, and the balance. That choice will haunt us. the silence that followed did not open until morning. So, what am I?
To answer, no. It does not say it directly.
Yeah, like
Okay, thank you.
But the description should give you an idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so then Celestian was the child of.
also, this person wore boots lent to them by Ventus. Aren't we?
That is
Right.
Celestian, yes.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yes. The writer of this, what he's trying to say, the writer of this mentions wearing boots given to him by Ventus.
Okay.
I'm gonna just.
You're just going to post in the chat.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Ventus.
Ventus.
Oh. Would I
Lamb.
know
That's the whole thing.
this is any sort of? Does this match what I know about Celestian's origins?
I mean, Celestian is one of those gods whose origins are always covered fluid. Much like a lot of the gods, even immortal gods, the stories of how they became gods kind of changes depending on who you talk to. But the idea that they were a child of a primal, little new.
Okay. Yeah, because Celestian, I believe, is. I don't know. I think the descriptions say male, but usually it's gender neutral.
So as a rule, I refer to all gods within the universe as gender neutral.
Okay.
I have a question. Who wrote this? Not like literally, but like in game lore. Who wrote this?
The last mortal to have met the primals. Or
Did they have like their name on the cover?
Nope.
no,
Not.
Oh, okay.
Is the quote? Is the title? Is that what is printed? The art of the author?
Okay, so the author in this is technically what they themselves thou.
Yeah.
Okay.
They themselves and thou.
Okay. This is just a Heather question because I don't remember a lot of the lore because it's been a while. How long has worship of Celestian been around in this universe?
He's one of those gods whose faith kind of rises and falls.
Okay.
Because he is the great wanderer and, is said to be one place and then another and then another and another.
Okay.
When he pops up, worship comes back. When
Okay.
he's gone, it fades away.
Okay.
I have a question, which is about these like 4 people that are chasing trying to hunt them. That's related to Trev's sword in some way.
That is what I wanted to ask. Is
I have to.
Specifically of a thing that is a diamond, like one of the symbols is a diamond, and I wanted to know if it was black or anything, but I have to take it by the text.
Well, we know Trev's sword was used by someone who hunted primals, right? Like because they were trying to open.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's the diamond or whatever, but these people are related to Trev's sword in some way.
It's all connected somehow.
I wrote down all the names of the 4 items, the relics. They're called the Chaos Hunters?
The primal hunters.
Primal Hunters. Oh, maybe that was what I wrote wrong. Primal Hunters. The Realm Breaker, the Walking Whip, the Realm Step Boots, and the Drifting Plates.
Well, what were the 4 symbols then?
Yeah.
A tree, a stone, a tower, and a diamond.
And there's no description of them.
Can you say those items again? I'm sorry.
A tree, a stone, a tower, and a diamond.
You said there was boots. There was.
Realm Breaker, Walking Whip, Realm Step Boots, Drifting Plates, and Realm Breaker is the sword. The sword's name is called.
I'm sorry, Phaedra, I need to cut you off. There's also a part of this book that talks about. There's also a part of this book that talks about their weapons.
Okay.
I
assume those are them.
The arcing blade of Dural.
Of the primals.
These are the primals.
I see.
The whip-like chain of Manan. lashing out against bodies of mortals before it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't talk about the other two, but
the boots. We already know about the boots of
The boots, yeah.
Waller.
it also talks about how that they would literally talks about how they would quote unquote
Did the person who
being brought between the realms and realities became second nature, adorned with the boots lent to me by Ventas.
did
Also, Telra is the Raven Queen.
what?
Not quite.
Huh.
Not quite.
He's misreading something.
Am I misreading that?
I was gonna say. Mm-mm.
So is there any?
Okay. So
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I read that wrong.
were the items that the hunters had, were they stolen from the primals? Did they?
Yeah, the last line of this is the where I kind of wanted to go is
I will also say before you do that, your demon friend Glassriel, the guy who kind of let you in on all this stuff and Realmbreaker and whatnot, referred to Trev's sword as the Blade of Dural.
Oh.
The names of the sword.
Okay.
oh shit.
Dural equals Veldguard equals Realmbreaker.
You got a god sword.
I mean, I could have told you that.
Based on all the death. Yeah.
So
I mean, especially when I use it, you know.
So
nice.
is it possible that the person who wrote
High five,
this
Trev.
became the hunters, or they stole the boots
How
from
was your
this
last
guy?
name?
So
This guy talked about the hunters.
the book ends. The book ends with the following few statements. With this goodbye. Should I? Is it necessary for me to read this, like the goodbye section?
Do what you want to do.
All right. It says, Manen saw me off the following morning, imploring me to keep the gifts given to me by the foursome. I disagreed, saying all that I've learned and all that I've seen was gift enough. But Manen merely laughed. Good, they said, and jump until you cannot any more. Should we be contained, they will come for you next.
Should we be contained?
Who's you? Who were they talking to?
This is a quote from Manen.
So So the hunters weren't necessarily able to kill the primals; they were merely containing them.
Living there.
Sounds like they got the mortal and they took his
there,
things,
Okay.
which were the things of the
They
primals,
gave presents.
like the sword and
Yeah, the sword, the
whip.
the boots, and the plates.
Sounds
That
right.
last one, I don't know. That's armor of some variety, right?
So then whoever was hunting them caught them, theoretically, and took the weapons?
Sound like it.
Sounds like it. Either that, or if he tried to hide them, they found them.
Is there ever any description of the hunters apart from what was said? At the
Not
battle?
really, no.
Okay.
I mean, Gary, you can probably tell me otherwise, but
Nope.
In other words, all right.
just glistening armor, blank expressions,
And do any of
and
those
they had a horde of people.
of people?
Wait a
or
minute.
Refer to it
things?
as a horde.
Wait a minute. Does that sound like the armor of the Gith Yankee?
Glistening armor adorned with symbols, and the symbols
They're
were
a
the
horde,
tree, stone,
right?
tower, and diamond. That's it. That's all I have.
Have we run
Wait,
across
remember what
anything?
the armor looks like? Did they wear armor?
So
Not really.
that's
Glistening.
a rabbit hole that you don't have enough information to go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have that answer.
Dang. Okay.
But yeah, the book, the whole thing kind of ends.
Where did you get this book?
I got it at the Bazaar.
From Balthazar's shop, right?
Oh,
Right.
Balthazar was here.
Yeah.
Oh,
How long have I been reading this book?
Did he actually get it from Balthazar?
3 days.
Yeah,
I
bro,
mean,
I was there.
well, I assume you never told us that you saw him before this, so I'm going by. Oh, I didn't know he was here.
but
Is he still here?
he kind of disappeared the moment I left the shop with Aramil.
He was not too keen on the fact that I could probably plant my tree in his shop,
No, he was not happy about that.
and is. Anyway,
And is.
mean, I'm surprised he didn't like try to charge you for that.
I was trying to plant my tree in various places to see if we can use it to escape at any point if we need to.
It's not a bad idea.
He was not pumped, but he might come back. I don't know.
Hmm.
We could check the place again, right?
I suppose I could try sending a message to him, but if he's not on the plane anymore, then there's a possibility he won't get it.
So the last sentence here is, or sentences here, basically is him saying goodbye.
So
and this last sentence says, "And with that, I was gone. I jumped for months before settling here, wondering when they will come for me next." So I don't know where here is, but that could just be metaphorical.
what's it written in?
Primordial.
Primordial.
Here is definitely wherever he landed.
Is there anything about the book that I can tell to give any semblance of maybe where it was? What am I making? What check?
History.
History.
Isn't there a thing that someone can do that can see like all the history of an item or something?
Oh, right. Grim psychometry, right?
Well, isn't
That
it
is a
evil
thing.
items? Is the item evil?
Oh,
Uh,
jeez.
Yeah, hang
I
on.
forgot to have a lot of history.
But that would also be
It's
the
not-
book.
Necessarily evil items. It's basically just like the whatever like history, grim history the thing may have. So
I
it
forgot.
doesn't need to be like a bad book.
Right. I got. I have a plus 12 to history, so 25.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm a nerd, yo.
Well. Okay.
I rolled a 13, so
Nerd.
Nerd.
This book is ancient, like
Mhm.
incredibly ancient,
Mhm.
wrapped in leather so old it may as well just be carbon at this point. But the paper is surprisingly fresh, like it's been transcribed, almost as if someone wrote down what it was and then rebound it in the old leather.
is it magical?
Not particularly.
You know, that's something I didn't check.
Something you didn't check, but no.
I was so enthralled by the book.
Well, because I was looking to see
There
if
are
like
sections
there
of the journal that are bloodied out. There are some that are smudged where the ink is run. So
okay.
yeah, you were asking specific location, which with a history check you can kind of guess. It definitely wasn't stored somewhere damp.
Mm-hmm.
Probably would have rotted away at
It
this
was
point.
corroded, yeah.
But it also has had certainly a rough life. It has been preserved in any libraries, but it's certainly, been taken care of enough to make it last. So while the leather might be, 1,000 years old, maybe 1,500 years old,
Mhm.
the papers themselves less than 700 years.
Okay. 700 years. Good to know. Is this something that maybe I should try casting legend lore on?
You could.
I don't know if that would make. I have to double check how legend
It
lore.
sounds like it's real old. That's all I'm saying.
The
Let me tell you right now, it was not easy to read. It was covered in blood and dirt and dust.
In a language you don't read.
In a language I don't read.
The spell brings to mind a brief summary of the significant lore of the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or secret lore that's never been widely known. But it says if the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, I gain no information. So I don't know if this counts for that. But
No one way to find out.
yeah, I'll try casting on it, see if it does anything.
Okay. Get to roll.
No. It says it's instantaneous. Takes 10 minutes. I need incense worth at least 250 gold pieces and 4 ivory strips. Are we still doing components for
Yeah, that sort of GP components you probably have to go out and find.
Okay.
Incense.
I mean, if I've cast it before, I assume I would have bought some already.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I will say the 4 ivory strips
Mhm.
might be a little bit harder. The incense you probably have.
Okay.
I would just look in the bazaar when you guys go.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that might be after the bazaar trip.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make a note to do legend lore on this thing when I have a chance. Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, there's one other line that I totally forgot about, which just hit me. So the primal scene, they had essentially the line here is talking about their quote unquote a challenge. It says they carried a challenge, one final standing to halt the death. And early on in this, they also discuss. Let's see. It was a very brief moment where they discuss the cycle. Who decides the cycle of death? Ventas.
Ventas.
If you can read this, I suggest you should.
I think I might try to do this later when
If you know how to read
I
primordial.
think I can cast comprehend languages later, so if it's not a right now sort of thing, I can do that later.
You also have your fancy eyeglasses.
I have my glasses to make you. Well, yeah. How I forget those glasses had like a limited use, but I think what did I burn through one of them already?
You used 2 of them.
I used 2 of them to do this.
Hold on, let me double check to see if I can cast comprehend languages. I don't have it on me right now.
Inventory.
If you want me to use
remember.
my weird mojo on it, I totally can.
The
I
girls
bought-
geometry?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, do it.
I've been trying. If you guys think it's worth something?
I think it'll give us more information about this dude that wrote it or whatever, you know?
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
I mean, maybe it won't. It doesn't.
The
Well,
book doesn't seem to be too keen on describing himself or themselves.
yeah,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
well, I mean, maybe I'll give it a go, I guess.
Does anybody else want another book? And I open up my book bag. I run into my room and I grab my book bag full of lusty books.
No, I don't
Just
want to
start
know
passing
the
them
dark
out.
history of those books. That you can save.
I'm good. Thanks.
Is this something you have to start at the
Haze.
beginning?
While Phaedra's figuring out
Oh, these pages were stuck
spell,
together.
what's it? I'm gonna give this thing a try.
Okay. You settle in. Lay your hands on.
So
Um,
get all up in this book. Hold on, I need
It's
to
the
make a
dark
wisdom
and
check.
evil history, correct?
It is. I can take 10 minutes and meditate on an object to discern vague details regarding any lingering evil or wicked past. I have to make a wisdom check, and then based on that number, you tell me whatever the hell you
I
want.
do not have comprehend languages.
This is not. It's not great. So it's like 16.
Okay.
So not as ridiculous, but maybe something.
Maybe we can
Remember
see what
vague
happens.
details. Whatever, man.
You see decades and decades and centuries of dust of being passed merchant to merchant, buyer to buyer, and lots of just kind of finding the book's way into crates, into shelves occasionally, but mostly just moving. It seems that this journal has had a life of being passed about. And you get the sense that the only reason that you're even seeing any of this is because it passed hand in hand from some bad people at times. Sometimes less bad, it seems, but often bad people. Until you're suddenly on a stump. And you can see the book from above. And you see a hand. It's vaguely tanned, but it seems almost withered, of an individual writing, and you see cycles of the sun, the moon. This person is just writing and writing and writing, until you hear a voice. It's a voice that you recognize. speak from a distance, and it says, "I've come to claim the last," and that's all you get.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, I guess not that I heard that, but okay.
Yeah, no, I'm really good at impressions, though. Huh.
What do you think?
The last. Claim the last. And I mean, I'm bad at remembering things, so. Is that who I would assume it is?
Oh yes,
Alright.
it's a voice you haven't heard in a couple weeks.
It's been a bit. Yeah.
It's been a few months.
Well, who was it?
You're not going to get me to answer that, most likely. At
Oh
least
my
not
God.
out loud.
I'm assuming Queen Bitch.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Trevor-
Like, I assume so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was her
It's the
voice.
name that, yeah, it's the name that Trev does not like to say out loud.
Can she commune through people, or was it her?
I can't tell you that. I
Hmm.
don't know. I'd believe her capable of anything.
Hmm.
But we know how important these. If whether the last is the last of primals, the last of the hunters, the last of the relics, the last of anything, all of those are important enough, probably, to be worth her particular attention.
Another
So,
water?
Yeah, please.
whatever it is, she's in play,
That's it.
which probably isn't surprising, but oh no. Oh boy. Well, so there's even more worked up in this thing.
Man, she's into taking that. She took the weapons.
Maybe?
Well, clearly not all of them because Trev has one.
Right,
Well,
Trev has one, but
also worked for her at a
Is-
point. So.
Yeah,
Trev
that's what I'm
theoretically
worried
got
about.
one from her.
Is the diamond her symbol, like her religious symbol, or is it just?
No, that was the order of the. Well, I don't know necessarily. Like it could have been whatever else, but the
Yes.
where Trev's
I mean,
The black diamond is the
introduction
equivalent
to it.
of her holy symbol.
right.
Is there
So
anyone else whose symbols match the other three: the tree, the stone, the tower, who might have worked with her or been known to work with her in
What
the
does
past?
the stone look like? A stone could look like a lot of things.
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming that's Marleman, but
All it said was the word stone.
Yeah,
Well-
I was gonna say like a stone could be a lot of things. It could be like a
can we think of
hexagon.
any powers that would use those symbols or something of approximation to it?
And I know a lot of
You
tree
said-
powers. This guy right here.
Powers.
Dude, I can tell you all about tree powers.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. You said the magic words. Roll a religion check.
Tree
Oh,
powers.
oh hell! Hang on.
Wait, you're not talking to me, are you?
No.
Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is-
Armel and I are just gonna hang out over here and talk about tree powers.
Yeah, what do you want to know about
Figures
trees,
this
dude?
out.
Actually,
I'll
Never
get
mind.
you that book tomorrow.
I'm about to read a book on it straight up.
Sick.
man, this is not the easiest thing to work on my phone.
It's not the highest DC in the world.
Tell you what, let me roll and we'll see if it matters.
I just want to point out that Tony is now the hottest post on our Pet the Damn Dog.
Okay,
Yay!
so I got a 17, and it's going to be plus at least a couple.
Okay.
BB.
The worshippers, let's call them, of the Queen of Air and Darkness, her holy symbol is a black diamond.
Mhm.
The worshippers, so to speak, of the Fey gods worship the symbol of a tree. Worshippers of Ian use the symbol of a stone, surround stone. And worshippers of Palor, god of light, worship the symbol of a tower, an ivory tower.
What was the first one? I couldn't hear the first one.
Wait, the first one is the one that we knew.
Yeah, the first one was map.
Oh, sorry. After that
Hey,
The Fey gods.
one. Oh, just
I'm
all of
out
them
of
in
character.
general.
Stop.
Okay, it didn't.
Well-
Okay.
Well,
I assume I would know more
if
specifically.
you worship the Fey gods, you're worshiping someone in particular.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm assuming Titania, because
Presumably, since she's the
That's-
equal and opposing force to Queen Bitch.
well, and that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out is of those four, like I'm pretty sure Baylor's like a very holy, very positive god,
Paylor
like
is
righteous and
he's
spiteful.
lawful, but Ayun is neutral because she represents
Intelligence.
like just
Learning?
general knowledge. I thought she was neutral.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what would those four want to
They're
control
also,
or destroy?
with the exception of one, the current mortal gods.
Mortal gods?
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
Beings with godlike power who are technically mortal.
They want
I mean,
to make themselves not mortal anymore by absorbing powers of the primals, then?
I guess you could say the queens of fairy are mortal.
That can be killed.
I guess so.
Theoretically.
Oh, sweet.
I wouldn't want to try.
I mean, yeah, no. But
I mean,
like,
that is
I'll
our
get-
mission,
I'll
I
get there
guess.
eventually.
but that would
yeah.
explain. Would they have formed an alliance, or do you think it was? That doesn't make
I
any sense.
can't. That's the thing. Like
Can you ask
they're
somebody?
constitutionally juxtaposed. Like for them, they exist in balance of each other, but for them to ever work together,
But if they work in
like-
balance with each other, wouldn't that make sense? Then, if one is trying to become immortal, the other should too.
well, yes, but if one was attacking them, the other would be defending them, which is what I know is Titania the first and only
Fey god?
deity, Fey god to
That's correct.
be in that position.
Hmm.
All right, well, we can't really ask her any questions right now.
Mm-mm. I mean, I could send her a message theoretically, right?
Sure, man.
Potentially.
I feel like I just felt Nyx twitch through multiple realities.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Not us to talk.
But does anyone here know anybody who would know more history about like Baylor or Ayun or worshippers of?
The monastery.
There you go. That's good thinking.
Thank you.
Hi, Dom.
And,
Hi, Dom.
you're going to be on camera.
They've seen my dog before.
Okay.
But we love his voice.
He was just recording.
Why was his
Yeah,
butt
the-
out if he was recording?
What?
Yes.
Why was
Check
his
out
butt
his
out if he
channel.
Listen, man, times are tough. They need the
He
money.
only films from the
Yeah.
chest up, so.
Gary, get your singles ready.
Oh, hot damn. These Amish love stories got way more real.
Dude. No. Anyway, but yeah, if I recall, the monastery, they worship Ayun because she represents knowledge and the. I forget what's specifically about. Is it just knowledge in general, or just the search for knowledge? I'll forget. Okay.
I don't know,
We
this
could
is-
ask. Who's at the monastery currently that we could ask?
Is anyone at the monastery? I thought that place got kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I was gonna say not the guy
I mean-
that turned to jelly. That's for sure.
Right.
Right, that did happen.
Nyx the savage.
I suppose we could. I could ask Quentin or Kaluna or was there anyone else we've got names for?
Nobody else matters.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
One
Does-
of them was a party member, and one of them's a dragon. Those are the two I care about.
There was a third.
There was.
Hang
I'm
on.
trying to remember who it was.
hang on.
I suppose I could drown myself again.
There's one other person theoretically, maybe at that monastery still that matters. Maybe.
Well, everyone at the monastery went to Jerusalem.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. So they'd be in Jerusalem currently.
All right, that works too.
Okay. We should be able to get the answers with that. If not, I have an idea.
Do I know if there are any stories of the lore with Celestian in any connection to either of the 4 deities just mentioned?
No.
None?
Wait,
Okay. He
hang
tends to
on.
be solitary, so it's just figuring out ask.
I
I'll
have
probably
a
have to
point.
talk to him later if I
I have
can.
something to bring up here.
Mhm.
They were listed as the 4 who were mortal. How many of those have ascended past being mortal?
How do you mean?
Like,
Are any of them?
are they still mortal?
How would
By
we
all
know?
technicality.
By what?
So there are currently 5 mortal gods in the pantheon. There's the Raven Queen. There are Titania,
Mhm.
Queen of Air and Darkness, Balor, and Ioun. They're mortals in that they were born mortal
Okay, all right, got it.
and ascended
Ascended into.
to godhood.
Mudbloods.
Sure. More like Hercules, but okay.
Demigod.
Closer.
Eh,
More closer to like Psyche.
more like
Yeah.
you're more of a
Becoming a god.
demigod.
Yeah.
Just ascension.
Yeah.
I mean, right now
All
we're
the
all
Ascension
basically
are
demigods.
demigods.
Okay, so
So if they were, a better question: how much do we know about their actual mortal lives?
The only gods' origins that are public knowledge, quote unquote public knowledge, is the Raven Queen.
Okay, so I think we should.
Be the part to read the quote about the Raven Queen.
have we met anyone who worships the Raven Queen?
No.
Okay.
Y'all haven't really interacted with death.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
not in that sense.
Yeah.
Well, excuse you.
We've had a lot of outgoing mail. We'll say.
I forget who
Here's all right. Hold on. Everybody has this book in Facebook, but here's a little bit here, and being brought between the realms and realities became second nature, adorned with the boots lent to me by Ventas. ... For the first time, I saw Telra smile as they joked. The Raven Queen, as you so call her, is the greatest thief of them all. ...
You know who wrote it? At Kingdom Hearts.
Ventas smiled and introduced me their child, who they called Celestian. ... They carried a challenge, one final standing, to halt the death. ...
Okay.
So Celestian is Ventus's child.
Yes.
Okay. When you said there, I thought you had meant 2 of them, so that's why I was like, which 2?
But what does this mean? What is this line? For the first time, I saw Telra smile as they joked. The Raven Queen, as you so call her, is the greatest thief of them all. So is the Raven Queen...
Well, how did she ascend? I feel like that's an important.
She stole
Figure something.
something from Telra.
Some essence or some means by which of ascending immortality or getting
Okay.
immortality.
Being
It's not like super well known how do you get that because
So here's another line here. Where is it? I did not see Telra except when they slide sideways behind a falling crowd of bodies. This is like in the section where they're describing the things.
Mhm.
The blades are all chain whip thing.
hey Gary.
Something that made her invisible.
Yes.
Is
Would-
what I'm saying.
Yes.
Are there like Fey historians or
Probably find it.
okay, or like know of any or like things that were been around a long time?
You'd have to do a little bit of searching in the Feywild, but you could handle that in the future.
Yeah. I mean,
It sounds
I-
like you're a little lost in the weeds. So let's move forward.
Okay.
I'll good information for this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting some. Or like we learned some things, but yet, as like with a few like the prophecy stuff, we don't know enough yet.
Both Marleman and Morgan's reading comprehension is very low.
Nonsense! You gave us so much stuff.
Hmm.
and more it's just sparked off curiosity and other things that
No shit.
may or may not be related, which is fine.
Which is one of this party's hallmarks. We are good at that.
So what part of this? I'm a little stumped though because there's nothing about Neve or myself in this book.
When you read every book, are you like, why is this surprising?
I have to ask. Did Marlon say that out loud in game?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, I guess in his defense, we've only gotten this much detail in like 4 books, and one of them was literally about us. The odds aren't that bad.
Oh,
Question: was
Yeah.
the author a male or a female?
Doesn't say no.
Doesn't say.
they could have had a child though, but in the
Well,
time
Mar-
that they weren't.
Marlon, you've spoken a lot about your dad. Have you ever mentioned your mom?
I don't know my mom. I don't know my parents. I
You
don't really have parents. I had like a foster dad.
I had a foster dad who was a fisherman. That's all I got.
Okay.
One day one day somebody gave me away to said fisherman from the ocean. I'm going to go ahead and say it was probably Mac. I'm pretty sure it was Mac.
When,
I'm 100% sure it was.
when was the first time you communicated with Mac?
I have not been able to communicate with Mac for quite some time now.
No,
No,
when
the
was
first time.
First time.
Oh, geez. Good Lord, that was in the first campaign.
But
After Trev closed the portal.
hmm.
Is that true?
Yes.
Wasn't before that?
Okay.
Okay.
Easy answer to that.
Thank
Craig, did you come up with Mac?
No.
Oh, fair. Hey, good point. Anyways,
Good talk.
Good to know.
it was.
I love watching Craig's face.
Think about how
Trick
little.
question.
Think about how little of this shit I actually came up with. Like I did this for a little while.
Yeah.
Um.
But yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, so you guys scratching your brains, and with more information and a little bit of distrust towards people you thought you could trust,
Mhm.
you all head out into the bazaar. It is as loud and as busy as it was before. Plenty of stall vendors kind of shouting hither and thither. There are people walking everywhere. And you don't hear the telltale shouts of Balthazar above the crowd. He does not seem to be about.
Like, I'm pretty sure he's
God, dude.
Naturally.
That's fucking mad at me.
poof and disappeared. Like I remember, like didn't like once the back door shut behind us, it like the whole door disappeared.
Yep.
Yeah. So like that dude's not here anymore.
Can I
I tried to say that earlier, but
can I be on the lookout for the ivory strips and the incense that I need?
Yeah, you find that relatively quickly. Mark
Uh,
Balthazar is definitely gone.
How many times of the amounts can I find?
you find a vendor, an alchemist vendor, who has the incense in 3 pouches worth. Ivory strips, maybe 12. So another 3.
Okay, yeah, I'll get enough for the 3 times
Okay.
then, just so
Mark
that way.
off-
Yeah, I'll mark that.
While we're in the
1,000 gold.
neighborhood,
Mark off 1,000 gold.
Okay.
while we're in the neighborhood of an alchemist vendor, do they have just like the kind of the ingredients I need to make some bomb ass healing potions? 'Cause
Oh, just one.
I might as well.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know how much
Stock
gold
up a
I have
little
on
bit.
me. Hold on. Let me
I
check.
was like, yeah, Heather. I was like, I don't know how much money you have, but
Let me double check because it's been a while.
it was Because I had a lot of money, and then I
We have-
spent a lot of money.
I mean, we have a fuck ton of funds.
I don't have that
know
much
on
anymore,
us.
friend.
I don't know how
Yeah.
much we have on us. Is the thing. Like,
Yeah.
When we were on a fucking boat, we had bank and shit. Like, I have no idea how much of that we brought.
I'm trying to find my amount. Oh, I currently have 950 gold.
Really.
Okay, I'll get 2 amounts then.
Have my money.
So how much is then? That would
They
be
offer you the bundle for
Anyway.
650.
okay. All right, 650. I will minus that.
They upcharge you a bit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, they upcharge you when you're like, oh yeah, I'll get 3 of. Actually, I'll just get 2.
Yeah, it's fine. If I need to get more later, I'll
Sure.
manage.
And Trev, they have ingredients for potions you've never seen before, but they also have some plants that you recognize that could probably make some bomb-ass healing potions.
That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The relative basics. I just get better at using them.
Amounts for 5 potions, 500 gold.
I legitimately don't know how much money I have because that part of that sheet is long gone.
Right. I'll say you have at least
Probably
500.
have
Yeah, I think everybody.
I was gonna guess. I was gonna estimate in the 750 range because I'm carrying a lot.
Yeah, I had been saving for a while, so that's why I had 950.
I'm just assuming that everybody not named Armil took about 750 from the boat before he left.
Yo, didn't we wait? When we killed the beholder, didn't we take like 1,000 platinum each or something? Like, didn't we take an insane amount of money from that guy?
That's the thing. We were fucking paid.
We were
after
fucking
that. We
loaded.
just left a lot of it behind.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys left a
platinum.
lot in Jerusalem, and you left a lot with the boat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we didn't necessarily carry a bunch of it here. Is the thing.
Right,
You
right.
guys are operating via pockets.
All right, cool.
Emily, you look like the picture of comfort.
Thank you.
Well, let me put this dog on top of her.
No.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
as Phaedra and Trev are, bartering away down on my stand, Bartolome is zombie walking through the crowd as he realizes he hasn't slept in 3 days. And Aramil is being fantasy racist somewhere. You're
Looking for the guy with the horns.
Oh my
got the
god.
horns.
I don't get it.
Oh my
They're
god.
like animals, man.
I'm looking for the like kind of bull type guy. You know,
He
with the
looks
horns.
not that dissimilar to me, if I recall, right?
Aramil, I think at this point, literally, if this is the thing that's literally going to be happening again, and Marlon has not had sleep for 3 days, he is going to like turn around and be like, Aramil, for fuck's sake, they're people.
Bro.
While they do that, off
We're all
mic,
animals.
off camera,
Marlon is tired.
your eyes are drawn to a hooded figure sitting on a blanket off to the side. Just sort of idly what looks like tossing something in front of them, picking it back up, looking around them, tossing it back in front of them, picking it back up. And for some reason, you're drawn to this individual.
Okay.
Is this our cat friend that ran away from us?
You don't know. You're not there.
Oh, I'm not there? Oh.
No.
I wasn't actually starting an argument.
Oh.
I was just like, dude.
Nyx is the only one who spotted them at the moment.
Okay.
All right.
So what do they look like?
They're seated, hooded, a kind of dirty, ratty brown robe, but faces covered, and hands seem nimble. Though you can't kind of get the.
Okay. So do they? But what are they? What did you say they were doing? They were looking
Throwing
at the
bones.
book?
They're like throwing something down. I'm picking it up.
Throwing something down?
Yeah.
So they're throwing these small.
Dice or something.
They look like sticks almost. Throwing them, looking at them briefly, picking them back up, looking around the crowd to see if anybody's interested, throwing them again, over and over.
They're trying to interest people with their throwing of objects?
Caught your eye.
Okay.
Gallagher made a living too.
Okay. Can I like insight check to see if I can tell what the things are?
Sure.
Or perception or whatever?
Perception.
Perception. Ah. Perception. Where are you? Okay, that's pretty good. 19.
Small bones.
Okay.
They look bleached white, but also seem to have some sort of black writing on them.
Gnome size.
Gnome size. Fuck
I'm
off.
kidding.
I feel like I know what those are. Do I know what those are?
Yeah. They're Terra bones.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? Okay. Okay. And so how many of them were there?
That they're throwing?
Not bones. People doing the throwing.
Just one.
Just the one? I thought you said there was more than one.
No, just the one.
Has anyone gone over to them?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I want to see.
Okay. You kind of weave your way through the crowd and stand a respectful distance away. Keep yourself relatively hidden. You're also off camera, by the way.
Oh, yeah, well.
Keep yourself a respectful distance away, just observing. And this, a little bit closer, you can see that the hands are furry and lightly clawed. Still nimble enough to continue the cycle of throwing the bones, picking them up, throwing the bones, picking them up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I say hello.
The individual looks up at you and says, "Hello?" Sort of looks around a bit. Eyes not really focusing on you, just sort of looking around.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting place to be throwing around some tarot bones.
It's an interesting place to be at the flux of fate, wouldn't you say?
I don't know. I don't have a very good time being at the flux of fate.
No one ever does. Would you like to know what fate has in store for you?
Not particularly, but but yeah, sure.
Wonderful. I just need a small donation to cheer up the gods.
Okay.
I mean, I don't got much. What? I'm trying to think what the smallest unit that I have is.
A copper.
A copper.
Yeah.
Are 2 coppers okay?
That is perfectly fine.
Okay.
Throw them down.
Throw them down?
Yeah. Do you throw them down? Or what do you
Well, I
do?
mean, I would like extend my hand.
Okay. A shaky, furred hand kind of reaches out and feels around a bit, then finds your hand, grabs the coppers, pulls them in. Very well. Let us see what the bones say today. And then he throw down the bones. And you look, and there are symbols on them that mean basically nothing to you. But the fortune teller kind of looks over them and says, "You've led quite an interesting time. Yeah,
I have had quite an interesting time.
you've been there. You don't fully belong here, do you?
Well, it's debatable.
Your home." And they flip over one of the bones, revealing a symbol on the other side. Your home. It's far from here, but so close to your heart. The fates say you shall return. Soon.
Soon?
Soon.
That seems unlikely, I must say.
They flip another bone. And here, the cause for your return. Curiosity. You seem to be filled with curiosity.
That's fair.
And here, they flip over the third bone. There's chance. Something you've been searching for might be there.
Okay. So what am I searching for?
Fourth bone gets flipped over. Not an item, not a person you don't know yet.
Okay.
Finally, they flip over the fifth bone. And there's joy. So much joy. Yes, you will be happy. But for what I do not know. That's all of them.
Yeah.
Should have said.
Yeah.
Brand new car.
Hey!
Well,
They reveal a
thank
sixth
you.
bone.
All right. Well, thank you. I don't know that everything was accurate. Seems very unlikely that soon I would be home, but no.
You be very curious with the way that fate works and where the oceans of time push us here, maybe there, maybe not here.
Yeah, not here would be nice, but here I am.
Here you are. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, what's your name?
They call me Tio.
Tio?
Tio.
How did you get here?
I was banished from my people. I found my way here.
You were banished?
Banished.
Do you want to go home?
More than anything. To be able to see the trees again, feel the darkness. I need to be home.
Well, I hope you find your way home.
I hope you do as well.
Thank you,
for stopping. You've made an old lady's day.
Thank you, Tio. I'm glad to hear that. You've made me happy too.
There's always joy. They sort of gather up the bones again and then put them in a pouch.
Okay. Well, I hope maybe I'll see you around, but in a way, hopefully we don't see each other again.
You as well. And then you go. You find your way over to an armorer who after looking through their stall for a little bit, see what looks like your old pair of armor that you had handed to someone so long ago to get remade and fixed up. And as you're staring at it, the proprietor, a short, burnt red skin dwarf, kind of looks at you. He goes, "Oi! Got your eyes on a prize?"
I thought I picked up that armor. I thought that's the armor I have now.
Nope.
Really?
You had given your armor and never got back.
Because I have fine or whatever armor. I thought that was it.
I thought you were going one step higher than that.
Well, I would, but I didn't. I don't think I've left it with anyone before since the last time I upgraded and picked it up.
Either way, you basically see your armor.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant literally my armor.
Oh, I did. But if you did pick that up,
I think I did.
I can't remember. It's been years.
Yeah,
it's been literally years.
Literally years. That's fair.
But it is, pleasantly kind of sitting there as the proprietor kind of stares at you.
That's a nice looking armor.
Aye. It fits you.
It's nice that you made it a gnome sized.
Well, I made it for my daughter. She got the, how do you say, taller than I expected.
So, what I'm trying to think of whatever the gearhead equivalent of being, what's the specs on this?
What's the specs? So what do they do?
So how many cylinders,
I think the equivalent of that question would be, so what's it made of?
So what's it made of?
They look at it and say, dragon leather.
Ooh. Well, that's cool.
Certainly does.
I mean, that's all right.
Wow. He's sub-opening this armor, bro.
All right, dragon leather. All right.
Hey.
Does it have any accoutrements?
Fucking ace haggler.
Roll a persuasion check.
Please tell me one of us is here to witness this amazing thing.
Also make her roll a history check for inventing a phrase.
At any point, can any of us have stumbled upon her at this point? Because this is hilarious.
Next, I'll let you choose.
So wait, persuasion and history.
I just need to, no.
No, I was fucking around. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. Persuasion.
Yeah. Also, I'll let you choose if someone walks in and sees what's happening.
My persuasion's really bad, so you're also Morgan. You spelled persuasion really wrong, and it's making me laugh.
Wait, what?
You spelled it like Asian, like the nationality.
Ah.
How?
I don't know how, but you did. It's ION. Just.
Oh my god! It is. I know it is spelled ION.
So that made my persuasion check I'm about to do.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
That's amazing.
Asian person. It's just okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So,
I rolled a 15.
It's not bad.
I guess if someone wants to be here, they can. But my persuasion's not very good, so this might be embarrassing.
Vader, you wander over as she is responded to with accoutrement. How fucking fancy do you think I am, lass?
I kind of stumble over and I'm just kind of like, hey. You all right?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just checking out this armor. Looks okay, Thought I'd figure out.
Hey, this is fine craftsmanship.
Yeah, it looks really good. But I'm just trying to see if there's anything, that'll really make it Pop for me.
Jesus Christ, Emily.
A little bit of visual comedy from your teacher.
That's even better. Oh no, it's gone. Don't worry. I'm a god.
For the record, I do have negative wisdom, so.
Solid. So what would you ask again?
I don't want to repeat it.
Just repeat it.
I asked if there was anything that would make it stand out more.
Oh, gotcha.
That's a great way to get at it.
He says, well, besides the fine rivets that I did myself, wearing this armor, you could probably stand the breath of a dragon and not feel much.
Which kind?
He looks at you. The fire kind.
Dragons breathe different things depending on the.
I know the color fucking bullshit.
Dragon nerd fiction.
I'm just kind of.
Sorry.
I'm well actuallying the fucking black.
Sorry, my friend knows a lot about dragons, so
Yeah.
sorry.
Fucking teeth splaining over here.
can stand in front of a red dragon and not feel much coming out of their mouth, besides the teeth.
All right, well, that sounds pretty nice. I gotta say, I'm of the. I do a lot of stuff where I need to not be seen.
Mm.
Can it help me with that in any way, or to
Well, I can tell you that it won't stand out. You won't be clanking around like your big friend here.
That is important. All right. Well, what do you say? How much could you part with it for?
Gary Googles. Give me 1 second. Yeah. How much does it usually go for? That much? I'll give you the whole set, plus a bonus welcome gift for first-time shoppers for 800 gold.
800 gold.
I pull out the.
No, Heather.
To show Nyx.
The logo again. Flash the logo.
To show Nyx.
Mm-hmm.
That I have the 2 vials of wyvern blood and a bag of wyvern scales if she needs it for haggling purposes.
Why do you have that?
What?
I feels a disturbance in the force.
I have that because
Very
I
curious,
took it off of one of the wyverns. I plan to use it for stuff later.
Also, that blood been sitting for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you didn't have the scales, treated.
Okay.
I mean, she just has the scales, not the skin.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a bag. It just says 1 bag of wyvern scales. It says nothing else.
Yeah, she did not skin the beast; she chipped the beast.
Yeah, I collected.
All right. So,
Oh, that.
Phaedra, you motion to me that you have that.
Yeah, just be like
Okay.
if you need it.
Okay.
I don't have a ton of gold, but I have stuff.
Okay. Well, what do you say? 500?
800.
Oh, okay. Well, 800's a little steep. And when you say whole set, what do you mean whole set?
Well, I mean the chest. I mean the breeches. Do you want a hat?
A hat. Oh. Okay. What if I've got, like I said, I do some interesting work, and in my interesting work, my friend and I have come into some wyvern blood and wyvern scales that we've just not really been doing anything with. Would we be able to take a little bit down off that price?
What the fuck do I need wyvern blood with?
You made this out of dragon armor scales?
It's skin!
I got
Dragon skin. You wouldn't want wyvern scale.
The scale, I'll look at.
Okay.
I'll pull it out, I guess.
Criminy. Kind of hand the bag over. He looked at it, he weights it in his hand. He goes, ah. $7.50.
I'm communicating as best as I can to Nyx to be like, lower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Haggle.
Yeah. Yep.
What about the accoutrements? The lack
Look
thereof.
at the LX model.
Yeah. You know, the
The accoutrements.
accoutrement. So, you know, that fire, resistance thing is nice, but I gotta say, it's not the most important thing in the world to me. I do have some skills that make it that a lot of that stuff doesn't really touch me very much anyway. Is there anything else, or could we take it down a little bit?
Kind of looks at him and goes,
I'm sorry. I'm just like, I love Nyx's like honest haggling.
yeah.
I'm just kind of like, oh no.
I don't actually need this.
Yeah.
But
I'm just like, oh no.
Listen, Nick is only as good as Emily is.
I know. Can I help?
Gary, please.
Can I attempt to help with a bit of, like I have like merchant
what?
background?
Oh,
You think that would work?
Do it!
No. I think the ship has sailed on that particular gag.
It's beautiful though.
He looks at. Oh, whoops. Sorry. He looks at you, looks at the armor, and goes, "All right, I'll throw in some bracers that can shoot lightning."
Why would I want bracers? I mean, I guess that's kind of
It's
cool.
sick as shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. Project. Yeah, I don't think I have that much like gold anyway.
Buy Adidas.
Okay. Gary, is there a way to like?
Okay. I will give you this armor, the bracers, for the bag of wyvern scales, and 450 gold.
I genuinely don't know how much gold I have.
Estimate around 750.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, because I know that you guys said that, but when I just looked at my inventory, it wasn't like distributed that way. It was mostly in platinum.
Oh.
Yeah, like
And my actual gold was like not a lot.
I mean,
Well, platinum is worth. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. So I feel like we didn't plan
you
that.
have
when we
change
left.
for a platinum.
So like a piece of platinum is worth how much?
10 gold.
It's not 100.
10 gold.
10 gold. Well,
Yeah.
still not much.
That was not
then. Yeah, I don't think I have 450 then. Because my gold, it says I only have 175 gold pieces
And how much plat?
and 25 platinum pieces.
Okay, so you have what, 300 and change?
No, Gary.
Yeah.
I've got like 400.
You got like
something.
425.
Yeah.
So you're a little short of 450.
I'm a little short of 450, and it would be literally all of my money. Plus, I'd have to like. I don't know.
Flip money your way if you need it. Like if I'm
Yeah.
anywhere within an earshot, I have
You
no.
can take all my money. I don't care.
Arnold doesn't
Somewhere
have money. Arnold does not carry his cannon.
Armil doesn't care enough that he doesn't have any money.
I mean, if I'm or if the alchemist's stall was close enough for Phaedra to get involved in this, does that mean that I'm close enough and I can just like
Wait,
follow
you
my
can
change
slip
in
out.
that direction?
wait.
Are we
so,
all there?
Not all,
No.
I don't think, but
No,
like,
I found my way over there because I was.
yeah, people could like
fairly quickly.
show up, but like, not everyone was there at once. Okay, so here we go. So he offered 450 in the dragon scales,
Mhm.
and then it would be the full armor set and the bracers that shoot lightning.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a really good deal, but I gotta say, I think I have to think about it. I think I don't really have.
All right. 400.
All right, 400.
All right.
Shake on it.
6 out of 10 happily. The shake's done.
Somewhere in front of the
Did I
fort,
get burned?
Did you get what?
Did I get burned?
Well, you get handed the armor. And put it
Well,
on.
yes, but
It is stud leather armor +2 with fire resist.
yeah. See, I don't think that's much better than what I have.
I mean, I believe it's the same. Just
Huh?
with fire resist. I believe
Oh,
you
okay.
said it
Just has
+2.
the fire resist. Yeah, I was gonna say I already have +2. Okay, it just has fire resist now.
Yeah, what's your AC right now?
Hold on. Right now, it's 21.
That sounds right. So it should be 12, which is studded leather. Your dex +2.
Yeah, that sounds right. And then the bracers.
The bracers. He takes off the second mannequin, hands to you, put them on. They add +1.
I'll take it. But
Bracers.
I feel now that I should have asked to see these bracers that shot lightning before.
They don't
Damn it.
feel particularly magical. There's some cool bracers.
Wait, are they not magical?
They don't currently feel magical.
But I noticed this. Like, he hands them to me, and I can tell that they're not really magical.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to say to him, these are nice bracers. These bracers sure are shocking. Thanks. These are nice bracers, but I got to say, I know about these things, and they're not magical.
Well, you have to get hit first. They don't make the lightning. They store it, and then you can shoot it back out.
Yeah, like Black Panther.
I'm going to put them on and hit me,
No.
and I want to see.
You have to be hit with lightning.
I have to be hit with lightning.
Yes, to make them shoot out lightning.
Specific.
Don't have any lightning.
I mean, I could, but hold on. I mean, if you want, I can like, if you put them on the ground, I can like put some lightning in them. I got you.
Yeah, I don't have lightning currently.
Okay. Trevor's there.
Yeah, I can do
just
that.
start casting
Right.
thunderbolt.
Oh, I have lightning lore. It's like relatively low.
Yeah.
I'm not like it's not very high impact lightning. It might not burn anything out.
Yeah, that tracks.
I'm not a very powerful magicer, but I can try it
Yeah, fair.
and give us a little test.
So, you guys spot Trev somewhere in the crowd and just beckon at him really hard until he
Like,
walks up.
no, come here. Come here.
Oh, hey, what's up?
I need you to shoot these with electricity, please.
Oh hell yeah! All right, I got this. Do
I like
I have
that.
like
Ask
a
why.
yeah whatever? Do I have like a 10 to 15 foot like space that people will like not get hit by this?
We can clear it. We can
Yeah.
clear that space.
All right, cool. So I do this.
Okay.
The target must succeed on a strength saving.
Oh Lord.
You know, I think it fails.
All right, cool.
Um,
I guess it does like some amount of lightning damage. Does it matter how much damage I do to it?
There.
Yes, it does.
It takes 3d8 lightning damage, I
Yeah,
guess.
so roll that.
Hold on.
Is Merleman there?
No.
No,
How
I
dare
didn't think so.
No, you need a nap.
But even so, I don't know. I suppose
you
I
just
would
rolled a 9 on a D8. I was like, nope, that's not right.
have.
11.
All right.
Well, I'm like, am I there?
Okay. You lightning lower these bracers, which glow with some sort of pulsing blue energy.
As bonus, they get also pulled 10 feet, up to 10 feet towards me, so I could like catch him, and that'd be pretty cool.
Which you do.
All right.
And then they immediately zap you.
Yeah, I was gonna say
11 points
that
of
doesn't
damage.
sound like a good plan.
All right, they work.
How hard do they zap you, Trev?
Wait, how much damage did I take, Gary?
11.
Oh, okay. It does the full damage.
It hurts. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know how much damage I deal numerically either, so it's just
that's
like, yeah, that sucked. All right, so yeah.
Catches two braces, just goes, ah!
All right.
Damn.
What?
He's not lying. He's not kidding, though.
I don't think I ever asked. What's your name?
You can call me Devlin.
Devlin?
Devlin.
Devlin. Like Evelyn, but with a D.
John Devlin.
Is that it?
Don't give a dog.
With a
His
D?
name is Devlin, and we're in the abyss. Love it.
All right.
Okay. So Devlin. I kind of forgot what I was just gonna say.
DV for short.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't remember. Oh my god. So, I feel
Let's
like,
do business with you.
yeah, I feel like you misled me a little bit, Devlin. I gotta be honest, but they do say what you say they do now that you've actually told me what they do.
I told you exactly what they did from the start. I didn't tell you how they start. That's my fault.
Well, yes, that is what I'm saying.
We're talking about Balthazar by the second. We need to stop this.
Okay.
What?
This wasn't becoming more Balthazar by the second. We have to stop.
So, you know, I'll take them. It's fine.
Well, of course you'll take them. You bought them.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Customer loyalty is important. Customer trust, and I feel a little misled, but that's okay.
He just gives you the blankest stare.
Can I remind everyone that Nick's
You just feel the need to air your grievances. Hey, she's our thief.
fine.
Right.
Listen,
Guy.
I don't feel like for fun necessarily. Like I do have fun, but like I don't like just take anyone's thing.
She's like a Robin Hood figure. Like,
I get it, but
she only punches up, like literally, because she's not very tall.
wow, Craig. Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, that was interesting.
That was great. I zapped myself. It was awesome.
Are you
I had a
guys
great
back
time.
at the same
Sorry,
level?
Travis. Thank you for trying that.
I
for
didn't
me.
have to catch that. That was me trying to be cool and see where it got me.
I feel like I should have probably warned you not to do that.
Anyone else want to do anything in the bazaar?
I already got what I needed. I think I'm good.
I've had a great day. It's been fun.
You got zapped with electricity.
I bought some stuff and I got zapped. It's all good. Everything's
True.
fine.
And I got zapped.
By the way, what day is this of like the week? How many days have
How
passed?
can we
It's
tell?
been 6 days since your last fight.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So are you all back at the Citadel now?
Yeah, they found their way back to them.
Yeah.
Cool. So when I see Nix's armor, I go, "Hey, you got new armor.
I did.
Show her the stuff that I just made
Oops.
last week."
Wait a minute.
Because I'm
Before-
Smith in the party that can make her, but nobody's ever asked.
Damn, I wanted to pull a prank on fucking Sai, but it's too late.
Well, you told us you were going to make us trinkets. I didn't think that you were going to make us armor.
That is fair.
Which did you do that?
Yes.
He did actually request what y'all want.
I did. But I
So
assumed-
what you
yes, it was
Well,
up to
but
you
I-
people to pick it.
Oh, did they not get back to you about that?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Wait.
I think I was a little unclear about that.
You were clear.
No, you were clear about it.
You were
I
clear, yeah.
think this group is all not paying attention to that sort of thing.
Sorry.
That's whatever.
We don't get the flavor out there.
Or memory.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, I'm confused. What are you saying? It could be a piece of armor and not like a. I'm confused.
So no, like the thing I'm making everybody is the
Yeah.
same. However, I can make anything.
Okay.
So if you wanted something, you could just say, "Hey, can you make me?"
I guess he's just offended we went shopping and didn't ask for him.
Can you make me a sandwich?
Hey, Sai.
No.
I tend to get beat the fuck up. I could really use a nice piece of armor for my chest, so when I get smashed by a big giant bad dude, I don't die.
Right.
I will work
You
on that.
don't do that?
I have an idea for you and Aramel actually, because you guys don't wear
Oh.
robes. You guys wear robes, right?
Yeah. Like I don't think I have any light armor.
No,
Is it
light
clothing?
armor called robes.
Oh, it's yes, robes.
I'm not.
So
I'm not exactly sure what I wear, but as long as it's not made of living creatures.
well, that's what you're a
I
little
just
more
wanna say-
difficult, but I can do more. I can do more. I actually have an
Both
idea.
sorcerers and druids can wear up to medium armor.
Yeah, he just chooses not to. It's
Right.
gonna be made out of.
Right. I'm still working on a workaround for Aramel, but Marleman, I have an idea for you.
I'm
We'll
interested.
workshop it.
Okay.
Yeah, Marlo or
Because
Aramel's
I
not
really
doesn't
could
live a
not.
pants life,
Like-
really.
Who has the lowest AC here?
You.
Oh, I don't know, dude. I'm pretty low.
It's not me. I
Yeah.
I have 13.
Yeah. So you and I.
Which of
share
you
the
has a
same
better-
armor class?
Yeah, but yours is definitely. You're also occasionally changing yours.
Right, mine is less important. Is part of it.
The lowest I've ever seen mine go down.
I also have high health. So
I
like,
only have 100. So literally, I'm at a perfect percentile. Like
And you're often a cool animal.
yeah.
I met 6 to 1, half dozen the other. We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
This is
As you guys
getting
are
late for
having
us.
this, whoops, we offended Sai conversation. You do hear a knock on the door behind you.
Okay, I'll go answer it.
Okay.
Oh,
And standing there in his full regalia, holding a handwritten note that you yourself had written, is Glosrio, the demon who had approached you about creating a coup.
Right.
He looks at you and goes, I was requested to return.
Oh, right. I totally forgot that was what I was doing. That's Heather, not Pedro. I was like, I was slowly trying to think over like the last 20 minutes. Like, wait, what did I do?
Shit.
It was this.
It was this. Okay. Yeah. Is everyone back here?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Marlon, are you napping?
Marlon is. If y'all want to talk, you wake Marlon up. But right now, he is fucking out cold. Once he finished that book and was like, I need to tell everyone about. It's like the first night he read Game of Thrones.
Uh-huh.
I gotta tell everyone.
Okay.
But then he passes the fuck out. So
I let them know that I will be back in a little bit, and I walk with him.
And you step out the door, close the door behind you, and we'll pick up next time with that conversation.
Fantastic.
Getting ever closer.
Yeah.
Before we go, just to do some rolls to save some time in the future, Trev, make your nature rolls.
Survival, you mean?
Yeah, survival, sorry. Night Bisons.
I guess.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have we've done a lot of shit over the course of this this whole many years of playing this. Not that many things have been this book really bothered me because I wasn't in it or whatever. It's one of the funniest fucking things I can remember. It's like you put down Game of Thrones.